Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So in yesterday's video we talked about the income I received in the last month. So the income from the dividends, the portfolio here, the dividend companies that I own in this portfolio, as well as the property that I own. So if you haven't seen that video, go and watch that first, because obviously I've talked about every penny I got from these companies, the money that I received from my rental property, all of that for this month. Today what we want to do is I want to kind of give you a quick overview of all the buys and sells in the last month. If you are with us on the Patreon account, okay, or the Discord if you like, the Discord is basically a place where I'm trying to build a community of like-minded that can actually help each other rather than just me sharing my journey. Everyone kind of shares their journey in a kind of private manner. Okay, so obviously the comment section is always great to talk to each other and so on, but at the same time over there I think people can be themselves and share those and their journey and so on. So if you are already there with us, thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. If you're not there with us, please go on and join us. And when you do so, you can actually get access to all the spreadsheets that I use. Okay, any buys and sales. Every time I buy new stock, I'll sell something, or I actually make some change to the portfolio, it doesn't matter, or dividend received, I share it there straight away. And then frequently updates on the portfolio. Then you get the trackers for the US and the UK. You get the calendar, dividend calendar spreadsheet. Okay, you got the stock watch list for the UK and US versions. You got ETF tracker. You got the private Discord, like I said already. And then obviously high growth stock picks. So inshallah, that's something I haven't done much of lately, so I will be doing that as soon as we can. They seem to be a little bit more expensive, these companies, but we will definitely start looking at the high growth stocks to pick from each month, inshallah. So that's the new addition that I'm gonna add very soon. So if you haven't joined us already, really helps the channel that if you can join us for that £5 or £2, whatever you are capable of. Right, so what I want to do, like I said to you guys right now, I want to go over all the buys and sells. I want to look at each stock that I own in this portfolio, and then the portfolio plan got moving forward. Okay, so what's happening with the ISA account, and so on. So let's start with, first of all, the overall portfolio. This is one of the spreadsheet that you got access to if you basically join the Patreon account. As you can see here, this is a portfolio value right now, and as you can see, it's a 68,500 give or take, right? Yearly dividend income is £1,642, and that will increase. Obviously, my target by the end of by the end of this year, inshallah, is 2023. The target is actually 2,500. I don't think that's gonna happen, but hey, why not? I'm gonna try, inshallah, by the end of 2023. If I can hit even 2,000, that will be absolutely amazing, right? Then dividend received so far is basically £2,222. Okay, overall, that's basically how much I've received so far, and that is still increasing. So on daily basis, alhamdulillah, these days I'm actually getting paid by different companies because of the nature of the companies that I own. They all pay different months and different weeks and so on, so I'm getting paid almost on daily basis. Again, I'm sharing that on the Discord. And then as you can see here, the portfolio is up about 4%. Okay, yearly dividend income, we've already seen that. If you divide that by 12, that's about £136. So let's call it £137. £137 of passive income, that's absolutely a lot. Okay, and this dividend yield is actually the dividend yield after taking off the 15% that I have to pay for the for what is called the US version, US stocks basically. So because we have to pay those taxes, I've taken that off. So 2.4 is not actually bad at all. In the long run, I'm not worried about the yield, by the way, so much, but maybe in about a year or so, if I can hit 3% or more, that will be absolutely brilliant. So I'm not too worried about it. In fact, that a lot of the companies that I own, they're not high yielders. They are actually, most of them are like the companies like S&P Global and so Microsoft and so on. I do have a lot of money in these companies, and they yields about 1%. So I'm not really too bothered. So that's the overview of the portfolio. Now let's have a look at the overall, like the whole portfolio here. And as you can see here, this is every single stock that I own in the portfolio, what my averages are, and I'll show you also that in the trading 212 account. But as you can see, everything is in there. Again, that's the spreadsheet that you've got access to if you need to. But let's now have a look at the buys and sales for this month. Right, so let's start with the sales first of all. Okay, I've sold CRM or Salesforce, and I've sold Seagro. CRM or Salesforce is a great company. There is one of the best growth companies out there. But I have a question mark about the CEO right now and a lot of the change that's happening in the company. So recently it went up quite a bit after the earnings report, and I actually broke even. I think I made it, I don't know, less than £100 whatever profit, and I sold it. I took my money. And the reason I sold it and I took that money is not because there's something wrong with the company. It's just that I have a question mark about the CEO. And sometimes when you're making these decisions to own a company, you really have to make sure you can trust the CEO, you can trust the company, the management. If the management are not effective enough right now, then they can ruin the business, okay? And that means you basically, the investors will actually take their money and go somewhere else. And that's exactly what I did. So until things clear up, because right now there's some active investors and all that stuff going on, until things clear up a little bit, I'm going to leave that company for now. But I really genuinely think this will be the Microsoft of the future, because they head in that direction. They actually acquiring a lot of business, okay? They do have a good free cash flow. Soon they'll probably start paying dividends. I don't know, I'm speculating, but they are really a good company generally. But the CEO is more of a celebrity these days than actually worrying about what he needs, basically improving the margins, which makes absolutely no sense to me, right? He should be working on improving the margins rather than focus on like other things. So yeah, that's the one of the reasons I sold. And Segro was actually quite simple. Their interest-bearing debt was like 50-something%. I haven't actually looked at this for a while. One of the brothers and this is the good thing about having a Discord. One of the brothers in the Discord said, do you know what? He was doing a research about the company and he found out it was about, I think, 58% at the time. So I did a quick calculation. I went to Simply Wall Street, looked at the market cap and looked at their debt level, basically divided the two, and then it was almost 58%. So because I haven't looked at it in the ages, that's probably one of the reasons. So anyway, so after that, I've sold it out, and then that money, I'm sure you've seen it, straight away went to Rio Tinto. So these are all the buys and the sales for the month. You can pause the video and have a look at it, but I'm just going to do a quick summary. So I bought more Unilever this month, so 5 shares of that company. I bought more ASML. This is one of the wonderful companies out there that I want to hold on to forever. And I think it's my biggest holding right now. I'll show you in a second. I've got Union Pacific becoming second biggest as well, I think. Qualcomm, didn't buy much, okay. RB, about 5 shares. S&P and Global, just 1 share. Cisco, I think I bought more of Cisco, but apparently I haven't. So I'll be buying more of this company. I really do like Cisco, and it's still undervalued. Medtronic is another one that I will heavily be buying in the next few weeks, because I think this company, it's just overlooked right now. This is really good business, okay. The medical devices company is, honestly, I can't imagine on basically a hospital saying, oh, no, we don't want your product anymore. It's not going to happen. And basically it's going through a transition right now. So I'm going to keep buying until I feel like I've bought enough. Okay, right now I think I'm down about 400. So I'll share that with you guys in a second. £400 that is. J&J, 2 shares. Again, this is basically one of the best dividend paying companies out there. Is undervalued, well, is fairly valued right now. So I'm just nibbling, adding a little bit here and there. Rio Tinto. So every penny that I actually got from Segro went straight to Rio Tinto, as you can see, okay. I bought more of it because this is more of a dividend play, like I said to you guys before. And the reason I'm saying that is there's not much of a growth unless the basically iron ore and the those products basically they sell are in demand, okay. And the next one we're looking at is Home Depot. Home Depot, I think, is kind of undervalued, not undervalued at the moment, but it's fairly valued. So I started adding a little bit, 1.8 shares. 1.8 shares of that company, £414 over the overall total. And then 3M, again, I'm down quite a bit, so I'm trying to average down. Obviously I haven't heard any news recently, so it's still, I guess, no news is good news at the moment. So we'll see what happens with the lawsuit and all that madness that's going on with the company. In the long run, I think this is one of the companies that will probably end up selling it, not because I don't like the company, because it's I think the dividends is good and so on, but they're not going to grow that dividend for a long time. And in the long run, I don't think they can continue doing that, because especially with this situation, if they end up paying a lot of money towards basically this lawsuit, I don't know what is going to happen to the company. So for that reason, I think I might take that money and put it into maybe a bit more, stable dividend growth company, if you like. But overall, I spent about £3,000, some which came from this here, okay? And overall, that will add about £126, let's call it 120 £7 in dividends, which is really good. And again, I'm more focused on these days not only just the dividends, the growth side of companies like S&P Global, companies like Qualcomm and ASML. They pay dividends, but there is not a lot. Okay, so for that reason, they are more of a growth side of things. So although I'm actually counting all of this, it's actually I'm focusing on more of the yield as well as the price appreciation and so on. And obviously, inshallah, in 10 years down the line, these companies will probably have better yield and so on. But yeah, so that is where we are now. That's all the buys and sells. Now let's have a look at the actual portfolio and look at each individual stock. 3M, I've already talked about. I'm not going to bore you with it. Adobe is a great company. I genuinely felt like I shouldn't have sold the 5 shares. I used to have 10 shares, remember. I wish I didn't. I'm going to keep it for now. I think what's going to happen to Adobe is once it goes in the green, I think I'm going to sell it out of this portfolio and put it into the family. I want to keep this portfolio solid, like dividend paying companies, and maybe in the long run I might actually start another portfolio that is just non-dividend companies. Okay, but I want to keep this one clean and just keep it dividend only companies. We'll see. I say that I might actually change my mind, you never know. Air products and chemicals, it's not cheap. Well, it's a little bit cheap, but I don't want to average up. Again, it has come down quite a bit, so we'll see how it goes. A great company, nice dividend. ASML, like I said, is probably my biggest holding right now. There we go. 6.3% of my portfolio is actually ASML right now. I want to buy 2 more shares. That's the plan, inshallah. I'm going to buy 2 more shares of this company, run it up to 10, and then leave it. And then once the portfolio catches up with it, so probably would be another 2 shares. How much will 2 shares of this company be? Let's find out. Just 1,000. Okay, so that will be about 5,300 and so on. So by the time all the other companies catch up with it, then I might actually add more to it. But right now, in the next few weeks, I might start nibbling, just adding tiny bit here and there. Automatic data processing, I haven't actually bought anything lately, so I would be adding to it since it's been down about 8%. So I've got a bit of money right now. I might add some, maybe 1 share or so on of this company in the next couple of days. Again, Broadcom, I want to own 3 more shares of this company. I haven't touched it in ages because I'm up, as you can see, almost to 40%. So I don't want to average up right now, considering I've got companies that are still down. Cisco, like I said, I'm definitely buying more of this. I will average up, but it's not much really. Okay, Colgate is one of the companies that is definitely going to go. Okay, is definitely going to leave this portfolio because the growth is not there. Dividend is okay, so this 1,500 will be better used, basically used in somewhere else, and that probably will be companies like Unilever or Procter & Gamble or something else. Okay, or RB, probably with another consumer company, consumer staples company. So this one is definitely going to go. So I'm just down about what, 24%, £24 or whatever it is. But it's a good company. They have a solid business, but I don't know if the growth is not there. The dividends is not there. So I don't even know why I own it. So that's the reason I'm actually trying to get rid of. Cummins is another one I absolutely love. It has come down quite a bit. I'll probably end up buying more of this company if it comes down. Home Depot, I've already started buying in this month. I might continue just getting a little bit, maybe get up to 15 shares, 16 shares. I haven't touched the iShares World Islamic recently. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'm not going to sell it, but I haven't, because there's so many great companies that are cheap. So my plan initially was, when I can't buy anything else and everything else is expensive, I will buy this. But I haven't seen that yet for this month anyway. J&J, I'm buying a little bit here and there. Medtronic, like I've already said to you guys, I'll probably end up buying about 60 shares of this company in the next few months. Okay, but we'll continue to do that. Merck, I'm not touching it right now. It's actually getting too expensive. I considered adding to the family portfolio, starting new, whatever, but I haven't done that either. Microsoft, I'm going to keep it in there. I'm watching out the situation with the what is it called, the browser. So if that browser start making a lot of money, so for the next couple of months, next quarters, and the revenue start growing from the advertisement and so on, then I'm going to get rid of this company. It will hurt me, but I'll have to get rid of it. Procter & Gamble, again, I haven't touched this company in ages. It's still expensive. Public Storage, I will be buying a bit more of this company. I really like the REIT, and it's the only REIT that I own in this portfolio, so I'll buy a little bit more. And then again, this is more of a dividend play. There's not much of a growth in this business. Qualcomm, I really love the business. I want to get to 30 shares, inshallah. So I've neglected lately, so I'm going to add a little bit more maybe in the next couple of days. RB, as you know, is actually gone up a little bit, but I want to own at least 50 shares in the next couple of weeks. So I will buy maybe 4 more shares of this company. Rio Tinto, similar thing, about 40 shares I want to. So I'll be buying more of this. S&P Global, again, similar situation. I will add to this company. Unilever, you know, I'm going to get to 100 shares. So I've got 11 shares, you know. I was talking to someone the other day and I was telling them like, oh, I want to buy 100 shares of this business. And then I realized I'm really close. So I might even hit that target very soon. And once that I get to 100 shares of this company, I'm going to look another company in my portfolio. Maybe, I think Cisco or RB, one of them, and get to at least 100 shares. That's the plan. And just carry on doing that. That way it will encourage me to do my weekly buys and so on. Union Pacific is down at the moment, not much. Okay, it's actually, I've added a lot of money to this business, so I might wait a couple of weeks just to see if it goes below 190. Let's see what happens. UPS, I haven't touched it for a long time, but yeah, I'm gonna keep it in here. It's up a little bit nicely. It pays absolutely amazing dividend. It's a great business. I wish I bought more when I first started, but you know what, it doesn't matter. Even if it comes back down that 4%, I might actually add a little bit more to Visa, the one company I always neglect. But it's still here, 11.2 shares, £2,000. Okay, I don't feel like right now I want to add to because there are other businesses and so on. One thing you've noticed me doing lately is not adding new companies to the portfolio. It used to be about 30 companies. Now we have only 25. Okay, there's one other company that I'm looking at right now to add to this portfolio. Apart from that, I don't think there will be much change other than getting rid of this one and adding that money somewhere else. So I want to build the ones that I have already more than actually buying new companies adding to new companies to the portfolio. Again, if I see something cheap that I like, obviously I would do that, but for now that's the plan, inshallah. That's the plan moving forward. Now the other thing I want to talk about quickly is the ISA account. I've maxed it now, so I'm waiting this next week, Monday, I think, because Thursday, is it Thursday 7th? Yeah, I think Thursday or 6th. Yeah, so Friday is basically will start, I think, the new ISA year. And yeah, I'm gonna keep this, inshallah, and do the same thing again. Try to max it second year in a row and third year in a row, inshallah. That's the plan. Right now I have £462 to invest and then £20,000 maxed already. So inshallah we'll do the same thing that we've done last year and this year, and we'll continue to do that. I will continue to share this. If you like this type of content, if you like what we're doing here, the transparency and everything else, just like the videos as usual, subscribe to the channel, join us in the Discord. Okay, that £5 might seem a lot, but you know what, you get a list of 1 month where you can talk to the brothers and sisters that are in the Discord, ask questions, get this access to the spreadsheet and so on. And then if it's not for you after that, khalas, then you move on, right? But yeah, I want to stop the video here. Sorry I made it a little bit longer than I should have. I've said during Ramadan I don't want to make long videos, but there you go. Anyway, have a wonderful day. Assalamu alaikum.